Hey, we're in the shop putting some new seals and bearings in the pump, and along with the new shaft. So get that together, we'll get it back on. Hey, in the interest of full disclosure, I guess I've lost a couple of bolts. Between carrying them over there to the shop to clean them up on the wire wheel, and people, interruptions happening, people stopping in here and catching me in the middle of something, and I don't know, I lost a couple of bolts, but anyhow, I got some others. And got one long bolt that I can't for the life of me figure where it goes, but I guess we'll figure that out before we get the job done. So anyhow, I'm getting kind of things ready to go back together. Hopefully I'll do that. Alright, I guess just like we had to find the right combination to get it apart, we gotta figure the right combination to get her back together. So let's see what we can do. I'm going to I guess I gotta put this collar onto the shaft, shove that forward enough. Let's see. Yep, stick it on there beforehand, and now I gotta put it back on this end down here. So let's see what happens. Yep. Alright. That appears to be on there. Now, the tricky part, which I don't even know if I want to film this or not. I won't tell you if I had to take 5 or 6 takes to do it. Alright, I gotta try to pull this radiator this way again. As far as it can go. Then, there we go. Let's try that. That's coming. It's coming along. I do have to put a gasket on there. I forgot. Here's the critter. Not gonna put any slickum on this one. Hey, I think we got it. Now there's nothing left to do but add bolts. Lots of little details you got to remember to put in, like this bracket that holds on the coil. That goes on here. The same bolts that hold this ventilator, crankcase ventilator dry shaft, hold this on. So where did you put them bolts anyway? Let's see. This looks suspiciously like them. Let's see. One of them's in the grass. Okay. I better go check the cows. Cows was okay. So I think it's kind of boring to watch somebody tighten nuts and bolts, so I'll join you later after I get them all tight. Okay, I had to come back to this. Remember this real long mystery bolt I said I had no idea where it went? I thought the short bolt must have gone in here, and I thought I must have lost it, but it's because it's just not a very thick little flange here, but this long bolt goes all the way through and hits the other side of this pump to hold her together. So that's where that went. Knew I'd find it somewhere. Hey, one thing you got to do, it's not just tightening bolts, that's why you got to put some proper thickness shims underneath of this bracket that this power steering pump bolts to, so that it'll hold everything straight. I guess that's why, one reason why the splines wore out was because this wasn't on the right angle. Whoever worked on it last year, decades ago, didn't shim it up properly. So I gotta loosen up the bottom of this and put some shims in here. So that's what I'm going to do. Get it to it so you can see it's not even sitting on there. It's got, I don't know, like 40 thousandths on one side and 70 thousandths on the other. So I got to shim it up till it's even. Okie doke. Found a couple washers that was the right thickness. I'm going to use them as shims. We'll see how it comes out. Put one under this side and one under the other side. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I said I was going to use that fluid over again, but my boys decided to make me a gift of this new fluid, so I'm going to put the new fluid in, I guess. Supposed to put some in to prime the pump there, which is a good idea, actually. You remember that one back here? You got to do one of these Nombrowskis. Yep. I don't know if you could get a universal on there or not. Probably not. But I don't have one out here. I'm just using these. It does a fine job. All righteous. There she be. Alright, now I guess it's just hooking up the little things, all the little details. We'll get them hooked up and start up in a minute. Alright, I wanted to run around a little bit without the grill on to make sure there was no leaks. It doesn't look like there's any power steering leaks or anything. I cleaned off the pedestal. It was really greasy, and there's no leaks of the power steering. Doesn't seem like. No power steering fluid or anything is leaking. The no gasoline leaks. No exhaust leaks. So it looks a lot cleaner than it did to start with. Do have some leaks in the radiator. I was afraid if I had to disturb the radiator and move it, it would start leaking. Plus I did clean the radiator some, and it leaked a little bit. I was just for right now patching it with some of this water well, seeing if I'll slow it down enough to use the tractor, because I got to use the tractor. But anyway, it seems to run good. I'll put the grill on here after a little while.